In the annals of human civilization, few empires have cast as long a shadow as ancient Rome. Its legacy, etched in stone and law, continues to shape our world. Yet, beneath the familiar narratives of legions and emperors, grand architecture and political intrigue, there lie hidden chapters, whispered secrets, and profound enigmas that still defy modern understanding. Welcome to Echoes of Time, your portal to these forgotten pages of history, where we reveal the secrets that lie under the dust of centuries and tell the stories that never quite made it into the mainstream history books. Today, we journey back to the heart of Rome to unearth a profound mystery surrounding a legendary concoction, a secret elixir whose power may have been so immense, so pervasive, that it shaped the very destiny of an empire and influenced the reigns of its most powerful emperors. Imagine a drink not merely for sustenance or celebration, but one imbued with a mystical potency, a liquid rumored to bestow unprecedented vigor, unparalleled clarity, or even prophetic visions upon those who partook. This is the enigmatic beverage at the core of our exploration today, a substance believed to have fueled the minds and bodies of Rome's most formidable leaders. A forgotten concoction whose immense power may have influenced everything from critical political decisions to the strategic might of its military campaigns. What was this mysterious draught? And how could a single drink hold such sway over an empire that spanned continents and endured for a millennium? This is a historical mystery that has baffled scholars for centuries. A tantalizing whisper from the past that Echoes of Time is dedicated to bringing into the light. For generations, historians and archaeologists have grappled with the true nature of Rome's most potent beverages. The common assumption might be simple wine, a staple of Roman life, perhaps enhanced with a few readily available herbs. But what if the truth was far more complex, far more esoteric, hinting at something beyond mere viniculture? Ancient texts, often cryptic and layered with metaphor, frequently hint at drinks imbued with properties that transcended the mundane. These were not just thirst quenchers. They were described as elixirs possessing medicinal virtues, perhaps even magical attributes. Their consumption often strictly reserved for the elite, the ruling class, and the most influential figures within Roman society. Such exclusivity immediately suggests a profound significance, placing these beverages in a category far above the daily fare of the common Roman citizen. The very idea of an elite drink meant to influence or enhance suggests a deliberate effort to separate the rulers from the ruled, granting them not just temporal power, but perhaps also an edge in wisdom, foresight, or even physical prowess, all attributed to this mysterious liquid. The lavish feasts of ancient Rome were legendary, spectacles of opulence and excess, designed not only for pleasure, but as powerful displays of status, wealth, and power. Records of these grand gatherings often describe opulent vessels, intricately crafted from precious metals and rare stones, overflowing with liquids of an ambiguous nature. These were not simply chalices of wine. They were chalices holding liquids said to bestow extraordinary qualities. Guests, particularly those of the highest rank, were believed to gain vigor, an almost supernatural vitality that allowed them to endure long gaze of governance or command. Others spoke of enhanced clarity of thought, a sharpened intellect that could cut through complex political dilemmas. And perhaps most intriguing of all, some accounts suggest the consumption of these liquids could lead to prophetic visions, glimpses into the future, or profound insights into the will of the gods. Such claims, while seemingly fantastical, underscore the deep-seated belief in the power of these beverages and their perceived ability to connect mortals with something divine or superhuman. The very ritual of their consumption, surrounded by the greatest minds and most powerful figures of the empire, would have only amplified their perceived efficacy and symbolic weight. Modern scholarly curiosity, fueled by these ancient hints and tantalizing fragments of evidence, has led to numerous attempts to recreate these elusive elixirs. Researchers, driven by a desire to bridge the gap between historical text and tangible experience, have meticulously sifted through classical recipes, archaeological findings, and botanical knowledge to piece together potential formulas. These past attempts have certainly yielded intriguing results, offering glimpses into the possible ingredients and preparation methods of Roman beverages. However, despite diligent efforts and advanced scientific analysis, a definitive, conclusive recreation of Rome's secret elixir has remained elusive. The true recipe, it seems, has been lost to the annals of time, a ghost in the historical record, leaving its precise chemical composition and effects a subject of ongoing speculation. Yet, the very ingredients rumored to be part of these potent concoctions tell a compelling story of their own, painting a vivid picture of Roman society's wealth, power dynamics, and scientific curiosity. From the purported use of lead acetate, a dangerous but effective sweetener, to the inclusion of rare imported spices sourced from the far corners of the known world, each rumored component speaks volumes about the resources available to the Roman elite and their relentless pursuit of sensory pleasure, medicinal benefits, and perhaps a deeper understanding of the world's hidden forces. Among the numerous possibilities, several compelling hypotheses have emerged from the scholarly community, each offering a distinct perspective on the identity and power of this imperial elixir. These theories, while diverse, collectively weave a rich tapestry of historical intrigue, inviting us to explore the multifaceted nature of Roman knowledge, belief, and practice. One prominent theory revolves around substances like sapa or de frutum, concentrated grape must that was a common ingredient in Roman cooking and winemaking. The crucial and potentially devastating detail in this hypothesis lies in the method of preparation. These grape concentrates were often boiled in lead pots. While lead was known to be toxic, its sweet taste, due to lead acetate formation, was highly prized by the Romans. Consuming sapa or de frutum regularly, especially by the aristocracy, who had access to the finest and most concentrated versions, could have led to chronic lead poisoning. The implications of this are profound. Chronic lead exposure is known to cause a range of neurological and psychological effects, including cognitive impairment, mood swings, irrational decision-making, and violent outbursts. Precisely the erratic behaviors sometimes attributed to certain Roman emperors and members of the ruling class. If this theory holds true, then the very drink believed to bestow clarity and vigor might, in reality, have been slowly poisoning its consumers, subtly influencing their judgment, fostering paranoia, and potentially contributing to the instability and decadence often associated with the later Roman Empire. The irony is stark. A substance intended to elevate might have instead contributed to a gradual, insidious decline, blurring the lines between imperial might and imperial madness. The pursuit of sweetness, a simple culinary preference, could have had catastrophic historical repercussions, forever altering the course of political decisions and military strategies from within the very minds of those in power. A second compelling perspective suggests that the elixir was not merely a culinary delight or a toxic sweetener, but rather a carefully crafted fermented herbal infusion, perhaps involving plants known for their potent psychoactive properties. The ancient world had a sophisticated, albeit often dangerous, understanding of botanical pharmacology. Plants like mandrake, with its hallucinogenic and narcotic effects, or opium poppies, a powerful sedative and painkiller, were known and utilized by Roman physicians and priests. A drink infused with such herbs could indeed explain the claims of enhanced perception, a heightened, altered state of consciousness that might be interpreted as divine insight or prophetic vision. It could also account for reports of increased courage, as the disinhibiting effects of certain psychoactives might lead to a sense of invulnerability or recklessness, particularly useful for military leaders facing daunting challenges. Such a concoction would align perfectly with the magical properties mentioned in ancient texts, blurring the lines between medicine, ritual, and mind alteration. If Roman emperors or military commanders were consuming such substances, even in controlled doses, the impact on their strategic thinking, emotional responses, and public persona could have been immense. It would suggest a leadership that deliberately sought to transcend ordinary human experience, harnessing the power of nature to gain an advantage in a world fraught with political dangers and existential threats. The secret of the empire, then, might not have been in its might, but in its ability to manipulate the very consciousness of its leaders. A third, equally intriguing hypothesis posits that the elixir was more symbolic than literal. Its power derived not from chemical composition, but from belief, ritual, and prestige. In this view, the drink itself, while perhaps a pleasant and even expensive beverage, was elevated by its association with specific religious ceremonies, political rites, or the emperor's divine favor. Its true potency lay in the psychological impact on both the consumer and the observer. The very act of partaking in a drink reserved for the gods, or for those favored by them, would imbue the consumer with a profound sense of authority and destiny. Its power would be culturally constructed, a testament to the belief systems of the time, where the emperor was often seen as a semi-divine figure, an intermediary between mortals and the pantheon. The vigor, clarity, or prophetic visions would then be manifestations of self-belief, collective expectation, and the awe inspired by the imperial presence. This symbolic power would be amplified by the elaborate rituals surrounding its consumption, the opulent vessels, and the sacred spaces where it was served. Such a perspective highlights the immense influence of social conditioning and religious belief in shaping human perception and behavior. The elixir, in this light, becomes a powerful tool of statecraft, a ritualistic prop used to reinforce the emperor's divine right to rule and to project an aura of invincibility and wisdom. It was not what was in the cup, but what the cup represented that held the true power over Rome. The debate, as we can see, continues to flourish among scholars, each theory offering a unique lens through which to view this captivating historical enigma. Whether it was a toxic sweetener leading to imperial madness, a psychoactive brew unlocking altered states of consciousness, or a symbolic draught reinforcing divine authority, Rome's secret elixir remains one of the empire's most compelling unsolved mysteries. The journey to understand it is a journey through the very heart of Roman power, belief, and daily life. It forces us to confront the limitations of our own understanding and to appreciate the complexities of a civilization that continues to reveal new secrets. Echoes of Time invites you to explore this evidence, to weigh these fascinating theories, and to consider the potential truth behind Rome's secret elixir. What if the very foundations of one of history's greatest empires were subtly, profoundly shaped by something as seemingly simple as a drink? From lost civilizations and unsolved enigmas to unknown heroes, we delve into the past to better understand the present. Join us on this journey through the ages, where every discovery is an echo of humanity's great history. As we ponder the mysteries of this powerful, forgotten concoction, we are left to wonder, did the emperors of Rome truly drink from a cup of destiny? Or did they, unknowingly, sip from the very chalice of their own unraveling?